Good morning, everyone. My name is Roshan Alisha, and we will be talking about Amazon EC2. So, let's start with a quick question, okay? How many of you have ever shopped online during a big sale, like, Black Friday or an Amazon Prime Day sale? Now, have you ever experienced slow loading website or checkout failures? Well, those are kind of frustrating, right? Well, that's where Amazon EC2 comes to the rescue. Today, we are diving into how this powerful AWS service helps businesses handle massive amount of traffic efficiently. So, buckle up as we explore EC2. Alright, so before we dive into the details, here's a quick look at what we will cover today. Firstly, we will start with an introduction to AWS and EC2 to understand its role in cloud computing. Then we will explore the key features that makes EC2 so powerful. After that, we will discuss a real-world use case, how e-commerce platforms handle massive traffic spikes using EC2. And finally, we will wrap up with some key takeaways. So, let's get started. All right, so before we get into EC2, let's take a step back. What's AWS? AWS is a cloud computing platform that provides various services like compute power, storage, and databases to businesses and developers. Okay, so among these services, Amazon EC2 is a virtual computing service that helps developers deploy and manage applications without the hassle of physical hardware. So the question arises, why should we care about EC2? Well, listen, imagine running a startup or a company and you suddenly get a viral moment, millions of visitors overnight. Now, what would you do? Would you buy a bunch of expensive servers? No, instead, you would use Amazon EC2, which scales up or down based on demand. Let's break down its features, okay? The first one is scalability. Well, EC2 allows businesses to scale up or down as needed. So, whether you have 100 or 1 million visitors, your website stays responsive. The second one is pay as you go pricing. All right, so you only pay for the compute power you use, which is pretty cool, right? You don't need to buy expensive hardware upfront. The third one is no hardware required. Okay, so since EC2 is a cloud-based, you don't need to manage physical servers. AWS does it for you. Well, the fourth point is seamless AWS integration. It works perfectly with services like S3, RDS, IAM, and VPC. All right, so here comes, the problem scenario. All right, so let's take an example. Imagine an e-commerce company preparing for a flash sale. The scenario is a company announces a 90% discount for 1 hour. What do you think is going to happen? Shoppers rush in, which causes, a traffic surge. And what would happen? It would lead to, crash of the server or website. And what would happen? Customers are going to, leave and the company will lose revenue. Now, what's the solution of this problem? Well, Amazon EC2 dynamically scales up during the sale, handling millions of requests without breaking a sweat. Once the sale ends, it scales down, reducing cost. Well, that's pretty simple, right? And now, what did we learn today? Amazon EC2 is a game changer for businesses that needs reliable, scalable, and cost-effective cloud computing. So if you're interested in cloud computing, now is the best time to start learning AWS. Whether you're a developer or just curious about tech, mastering cloud computing can open exciting career opportunities. So what's my final thought? Next time you're shopping during a big sale, remember it's not just discounts at work behind the scenes, it's Amazon EC2 keeping things running smoothly. Thank you so much.